Check, 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 check. Are we live? Let's see if we got anybody in the chat. Let me know if you got audio. I'm definitely having audio problems. I got a echo that I cannot seem to get rid of. Oh, there goes the chat. Bleeped on and off. 3 watching. It looks like we are live. That's how it appears on my end. Wait to see if anybody joins us today. And let me know if you guys can hear me. Make sure you can see me. We hear you. Excellent. No echo. It's driving me crazy in the earpiece, but I'll have to. I literally came in here. I meant to come in here 2 hours ahead of time to get everything set up. I only managed to get in here an hour early. And I did fix a handful of issues that we ran into in the last stream, but man, I used to be able to just turn this thing on and go. It looks like I'm running. It looks like I have gotten the attention of the YouTube gods. We'll get into that a little bit later. I just want to make sure we give any potential visitors a chance to get in here before we dive into today's topic or update. Let's make sure everything's functioning. We've got screen, boom, boom. That looks good. That's functioning. Boom, boom. And then we have just the full screen view. I think we're ready to go. I have a lot to share with you folks. I know that this is not a topic. Let me get back to the correct screen. This is not a topic that I've seen anyone in our community commenting on. I definitely understand wanting to, the bigger channels wanting to stand back from any potential connections until they are, concrete. I totally understand, like, when people go after Candace, and I'm not comparing myself to Baron or Candace, I'm just some guy with a microphone and a camera. I've said that, multiple times. And really, this community encouraged me to set up a microphone and a camera and to get involved. And a big theme of my channel is to show to the everyday individual that feels like, the doom and gloom and what I'm just one person, what can I do? And I felt that doom and feeling like, what can I do about this? And what I came up with is I set up a microphone and a camera so that I can add my voice to the conversation. It's really crazy that the only roadblocks that I've run into are people who are supposedly from this community. And I'm trying to show the everyday person that you can set up a microphone and a camera and join this conversation. So I would expect the people in my community to be supportive of that, or the people that compelled me to get involved. That's very strange to me, but we'll get into that a little bit later in the broadcast. But my point being, I understand why the larger platforms would stay away from a topic like this. If it doesn't visibly connect to the topic at hand, I totally understand Baron Coleman just staying on topic. Who killed Charlie Kirk? How and why? And that question, those 3 questions, are what compelled me to join this conversation, because the assassination of Charlie Kirk in live in front of for the world to see, that was the JFK of our day. And anyone who disagrees, that's entirely their perspective. However, I agree with Baron Coleman, he once stated that if we can get to the bottom of this, we can prevent the establishment from being able to do this in the future if we can use the tools that are available to us to out the people that are responsible for taking the life of a young man whose opinion they disagreed with. I think that's a tragedy. I think that the United States is almost unrecognizable from the country that we grew up in. And I think that we may have passed the point of no return. It appears like we have been sold out to foreign interests. But I do have some updates to share with you on the Reckless Ben and Bricks and Minifigs saga. I did go all the way down the rabbit hole, so you folks don't have to. I really took a very deep dive because as soon as I saw the initial reports of what happened, I automatically jumped to a conclusion that this somehow ties back to the Charlie Kirk assassination. I've been digging and digging and going down the rabbit hole just to see what connections there are. I'm not trying to come up with a hypothesis and then try to find supporting facts and information. That's actually kind of what I did. But something, the moment I saw the initial reports, I didn't even know this for a fact, but I was like, this leads back to the Charlie Kirk investigation. What is happening in Utah? This is just a symptom of what is going on nationwide and with our government. And then when I started digging, someone in my last live actually pointed me in the direction and said, Judge Tony Graff is the same judge who issued the temporary restraining order against Reckless Ben, the same judge that is overseeing or residing over the Tyler Robinson trial. And that was the first, what's the word that I'm looking for? Exoneration or backing up my initial thoughts. So I started pulling on that thread a little bit. I'm not going to share anything unless I have concrete evidence. I'm not trying to pull a, what was the guy that was like trying to get Candace Owens? Look into the chat for a response to this. Melanistic Kitten, Master Media, welcome in. Blake Bednars. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm just a guy with a camera and a microphone. But yeah, I'm not trying to be a Blake Bednars. Nothing against him. I don't know anything about him other than what we saw shared on Barron's podcast. But if I see something, I say something. I don't make accusations against anyone. We're just asking questions. There is some stuff I should have gone over at the top of the stream. We do have a couple of people in the chat. I don't expect anything too extravagant, but I do appreciate the folks that are here. Who said no, it's not live? Is this a... No. Oh, it said no, it's live. Is this a pre-recorded video live? Nope. Master Media. I don't think you would be able to do this in a pre-recorded video. But I do have a lot to share with you folks. But after, when I started going and making my show notes and everything, the media cycle was just so fast. And this, what Reckless Ben and everyone reacting to it, it just all was coming out so fast. And I've stated multiple times, I'm not here to chase the news cycle. I'm not that guy. There are plenty of other channels. If I feel compelled by something, I will make a video. I will do a live. I will share it with you. I saw somebody said, oh, Joey, you are no Blake. Oh, is that my sister? Oh, yeah, I'm your sister. Oh, yeah, my sis is in the chat. She changed her screen name. Is that you, sis? But anyway, I had a point that I was getting to. Oh, I got all this stuff ready to do a live days ago, but the information just kept pouring out on this topic, and I was like, I'm not going to chase it. I'm going to wait for a pause in all of this explosive information. If you're not familiar with the Reckless Ben Bricks and Minifigs saga, that has been exploding for the past week, going viral. I caught it at the very beginning. I shared it with you fine folks to keep an eye on it. I went all the way down the rabbit hole, so you folks don't have to. Gonna share with you, Nate the lawyer does a pretty compressed timeline of all of the facts. So I have one of his videos pulled up so that we can try to get through that as quickly as possible. But when I was setting up, hi Joey sis, when I was setting up this show, the information just kept pouring out. I was like, I'm not gonna chase it. I'm gonna wait for things to calm down. And then when I decided to do this live, finally, I want to hear from you guys. You know what I mean? I decided that I'm really going to focus this live on the people in the chat. I know a lot of people have a lot of things to say, and it doesn't necessarily get out of the chat as much. I got to balance it with, I want to share pertinent information with you, but I really would like to get some feedback from the folks in the community, what they think, if they're even aware about this after I share the timeline. If you have any feedback, it hasn't really been my strong suit to interact with the chat, though while I am appreciative of you guys here being here live, I would like to get some more feedback from you folks. But let's jump right in. I'll share the timeline of the updates. The CEO of Patreon came out with a bold statement. I was like, I gotta go live. We gotta share this. But the events and the updates kept rolling out, so I just paused, and then here we are. So we have touched on the fact that Judge Tony Graff, who is, I'm not sure if he's a Mormon. The term Mormon Mafia that I've never heard of, became acquainted with that terminology through this saga, which I believe, we'll get into these special interest groups that are forming these big communities across the United States, and there's some fuzzy stuff in there, but I'll get into it once we get to that point. Let's see. Police protect corporations. I have some things to share with you guys. Let's see. Legalities. Provo, Utah. So this, while there is a case related, part of this case is coming out of Provo, Utah. That made my red flags go up. But let's jump into Nate the lawyer. I'll give you guys some attention in the chat while the video is playing, and then we'll discuss afterwards. So let's dive in here. You guys give me a thumbs up in the chat. Make sure you like hold on. Got some people in here. I don't see any likes on the video. Just give it a quick like for me. It's free. Make sure, give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys can hear the audio of the video. Thanks for the thumbs up, sis. Thank you, Melanistic. I see you in the chat, liked and can hear you. I appreciate that. Hang on. Yeah, you can't hear the video? No, I can't hear it. Damn it, Hillary. I was having some audio issues earlier. Yeah, can't hear the video. Hey, I'm here, bud. My bad. Taking care of some stuff. Just saw your message. That's undebunked. All right, let's deal with this. Desktop audio. Sure. Live. Auxiliary mic. What about now? Let me know if you can hear it. We'll get it. Give me an update on the video audio in the chat. Damn it. All right, I can hear it in my headset. Line out. Shit, not yet. Damn. All right. All right. I see. Oh, I think I recall. I know why. I know why. Give me a second. I know why. Boy, this stuff can be a pain. Sound. Enabled. Input. Shit. Did I really screw the pooch on this? TV enabled, disabled, speakers, headphones. Alright, I just turned that on. Speakers, headphones. I will let you know. We can hear. It's okay, bud. Take your time. Alright, how about now? Shit. I turned a bunch of settings off because of this damn echo in my headset, but I think I remember what setting I turned off. Input, we have the microphone. Sound. Man, this stuff is a pain in the ass. Choose for speaking and recording. No. Shit, man. Choose where to play sound. Alright, I'm going to try to keep this moving along while I would just play the video for you while I fix stuff, but that's not going to work. Output. Choose where to play sound. Shit. Alright. Is anybody else like that? Just because of the pressure, I have people waiting, like my brain will just stop working. All right, microphone, sound, sound, output, choose. Shit, volume mixer. Okay, hold on. I think I'm on the right track here. Output device. Fine. I just hit reset. Let me know if you guys hear that video. It's stressing me out. Hang on a second. Output. That's on edge. Output. Boom. That should have done it. Output. Output default. Output. Fine. I just heard something. Can you guys hear that now? Oh, hold on. I should be able to see over here. Global. Nope. Shit. I will figure it out. Check. Mic. Boom. Live background. We don't need that. Fuck. Thank you. I appreciate it, Dylan. Your kind words are helpful. I appreciate it. Let me go back to these settings. Output. Input device. Input. Output. System sounds. System. Output. Not yet. You'll get it. Fuck. You're killing me. Killing me. I might have to turn this off and reset it. I gotta stop fucking with these settings. Alright, what am I trying to do? I am trying to fix output. Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. Fuck. Capture. Display. Damn, I'm disappointed with myself. Shit, I didn't see this coming. Mic. Live background, no. Scenes. Screen. Sources. Screen 1. Fuck. What if I add... I know it's these settings. That sucks, man. I have so much stuff to share with you guys. Damn. Alright. Output. Default. Why is it not giving me options? Input. Fine. Output. Input. output device for OBS output device speakers input 5 fine. Turn everything to 5 fine. What about now? Don't be disappointed trying to do... Yeah, I had all this shit set up the first live. I've never had technical problems until I pissed off some individuals. Can you guys hear me? I mean, can you hear the... Can you guys hear the video output? That's really upsetting. Damn it. Microsoft Edge. Output. 5 fine. Animusi, what's up? I'm having technical difficulties. That's what. I can't get the video audio because I played around with all these settings. I can't get the video audio to play through OBS. Audio mixer. This should be a simple fix. It really should. Cam, I have an idea. I have an idea. We're going to go to screen and reset it. Hold on. Delete it. New capture method. Screen. Sources. Display capture. Capture method. Automatic. Display. Toshiba. Capture cursor. Boom. All right, that is a new source. Let me know if you guys can hear it. I don't see the audio monitor moving. Force SDR. I don't know what that is. Is it working? You hear the I can see the screen, can't hear it. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. Mic. Sources. Yeah, it has to be an audio setting that I screwed up, man. Yeah, I am on OBS, Dylan. But I think it's a system setting that I'm fucked up. Reset sound devices and volumes for all apps to recommended. Reset. Global. Huh. Yeah, you're right. Just turn on closed caption and summarize for us and turn on subtitles. Give me one more chance at this. Let me see if I can just reset everything. Let me chill out. Maybe this is better if you. Well, it's not better, but. Bluetooth. Give me one more second, man. Sound. If I can't get this in a few moments, I'm just going to shut it down and fix it and reschedule it for another time. All right, output. Oh, shit. Output. Let's see. All right. So I think Dylan has a valid suggestion since I'm struggling with this audio thing. Speakers. Why isn't the desktop playing through OBS? One more second. Give me 2 more seconds. If I can't figure this out, we're just going to jump in because I do have a lot to share with you anyway. Let me see if I can figure this out in 2 more seconds. It's playing in my headset. Default. Toshiba. Just see if that works. Oh no, that's playing to the TV. Speakers headphone. Oh no. Now it's playing on the TV. Now it's playing in the headset. Oh, I think I just figured it out. I had mono clicked. Choose a device for speaking or recording. Can you guys hear the video audio now? Hold on, I should see it here. No. I don't know. I'll fix it as. Oh, it's working? I had hit mono. Can you hear the video? Damn, I need a fucking. I turned all the air. We could hear it. I can't. We could hear it through the TV. It's echoing now. Shit. So that was. Just play it through. No video sound. When I played it through my TV, you could hear it. This device is currently in use. What did I do? Oh, shit. Oh, I think when I played it through the TV, you could hear it through my mic. Speaking. Shit, I have so much to share with you guys. I'm getting super pissed. This is like super amateur shit. When you played the sound through your TV, I think I heard it. I'm going to do that for right now. I am going to do that for right now, just so that we have. Yeah, I think you're right. Output, Toshiba. Oh, it stopped. Oh, right here. How come that doesn't raise the volume then? Where Where the fuck is that coming from? Oh, it's coming from my laptop. Alright, let's get back to the beginning. We'll just have to do it like that for now. Alright, I apologize. Thank you for staying with me, fine folks, man. Dylan really is like the most stand-up guy I've encountered in all of this nonsense. I truly appreciate the support, brother. I appreciate you being a solid guy. Let's just leave it at that, but it's low volume. I'm going to turn up the volume as much as I can. After you turned off the TV sound, whatever you turned, and we can hear the video through your TV. Yeah, I gotta figure out what setting I screwed up and how to fix it. But Alright. I will, I'll get that situated. But if you guys are not up to speed on, what up, Fleet? If you guys are not up to speed on the Reckless Ben and Bricks and Minifigs saga, I will get you up to speed, whether my volume is screwed up or not. But the main things for this chat being, I want to hang out, for this video, for this live, wanted to hang out with the folks in the chat and give you guys an opportunity to have your voices heard. I know there's been a lot going on behind the scenes. A lot of people trying to avoid that drama. I understand. I totally understand why they wouldn't give it their attention. I know not everybody has the resources to make their voices heard. And for me, that is the purpose of my channel, for the people who don't feel like their voice has been heard. So I do want to give more of my time to the chat. I have been, it's a lot of stress, it's a lot of pressure getting out here, and when you share your voice on these topics that people get real worked up about, people start, digging into your personal shit. Like, people are real screwed up out here. But purpose for me is to show the little guy, the guy at the bottom of the totem pole, the guy at the bottom of the pyramid, that you can use your voice, you can add to the conversation. I try to keep myself away from being a part of any groups, and have the freedom and ability to think critically and to voice your opinion. But in 2026 or in 2025, your opinion can get you shot in the face on live TV, and it won't even make it through the second news cycle. So it is up to us to keep it current. As soon as I saw this Bricks and Minifigs thing, I didn't even realize that it was in Utah. I automatically, once I saw the behavior of law enforcement, behavior of the judge, behavior of government surrounding this case, I knew for a fact right off the rip, in my heart of hearts, I understood that this is somehow tied to the Charlie Kirk assassination. But then once I started digging into it, I started to feel not exonerated, but justified in my immediate assumption. Again, like I said, the only thing I've really uncovered is that there is a case in Provo where they're investigating Reckless Ben in Provo, Utah, which is relative to the Kirk investigation. The same judge, Tony Graff, is presiding over both issues in Utah. So right off the bat, when I saw that, I was like, I don't know what made me know right off the bat, this is somehow tied to the Charlie Kirk incident. When you see these officials and how brazenly they subvert the law, knowing it's on camera, they know there's no consequence. In this behavior of our elected officials, how they blatantly trample over the Constitution and your rights. I mean, this country has been occupied. I don't care which side of which aisle you're on. This is no longer a matter of left versus right. That they would like to keep you fighting each other. I was explaining to a friend, I'm like, when you're a Republican and they've convinced you that Democrats are the enemy, that's your neighbor. That's the guy working at the gas station that you are friendly with. That's the people you bump into in your everyday life. They have convinced the general public that that's your enemy. That's not your enemy, I promise. That guy has more in common with you than anyone else that you interact with online or otherwise. That guy is your neighbor. But the media and the government has you convinced that that's the enemy. And a big point of my channel is to highlight the fact that those people are not your enemy. The left versus right paradigm is over. It needs to be the community versus the elites, because that's your real enemy. And I promise you, and if you stick around for this channel, I will highlight that for you, that the general public is being herded along like farm animals, fleet, going bad goy. They call us goyim. We're just work cattle, and I can't operate that way. You know what I mean? And that's the whole point of my channel. But thankfully, when I go down these rabbit holes, I do make a ton of notes, timestamps. I don't end up ever using them because I just get, once the camera goes on, I tend to get a little squirrely. But it's early on, you know what I mean? I've done 3 or 4 lives. I'm totally new to this. Just like anything, the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. I do have some awesome people in the community that have stuck around and had my back through what I perceive to be an organized, a very organized, intentionally causing division in the community. But it's too late. You already created this guy. I don't need the drama. I don't need the smoke. I'm not that guy. But I've never been one to duck a fade. Let's just keep it. Let's keep it a buck. Let's call it what it is. My baby sister's in the chat. She'll tell you I ain't never been one to duck a fade. So if you want it, you got it. But I'm 45. I'm a loving, peaceful individual. I don't want a problem with nobody. But I'll give it to you if you want it. Fuck. But anyway, Reckless Ben. Here's the synopsis. An elderly dying man who collected Legos had $200,000 worth of Lego collection. Bricks and Minifigs is like the standard good reputation, had a good reputation for having these local shops where you could, like a pawn shop, but for collectible items. Now, I've never heard of it before in my life, but, going down this rabbit hole, we find out this local Bricks and Minifigs, without getting too deep into the minutia, the corporation, whether it was the franchisee, the person running the store, the new people that bought it, or the corporation, I mean, we know the main suspect being, what's the Johnson guy's name? I don't want to misspeak. Let me see. What's his damn name? Josh Johnson. If you know people's guilty behavior when you catch a child doing something wrong, you can tell by their, hey, I see Fleet, we are bad boys now. Yeah, I do want to interact with the chat. But when you catch somebody doing something wrong, and it is on video of this guy because he's Mormon. I've never heard of this Mormon Mafia before. Oh, and I have like a bunch of thumbnails and stuff that I can share with you on the screen. Let me get that going. I should have this shit together. But, yeah, people's body language and all that when they've been caught red-handed doing something. It is on film for everyone to see that this Mormon Mafia is, everyone in this community is part of this Mormon religion. and they're subverting the law because this guy is a Mormon, which I think is a symptom of a bigger issue. I wanted to play this clip where the cop says on body cam, we do things differently around here, and I was going to add an echo to it so that that just rings with you, because they absolutely have no fear of any type of reprimand from the community, from government above them. They're blatantly doing illegal shit with no fear of any consequences. The Nick Shirley, the Somali fraud, Tyler Oliveri, the welfare addicted Jews, Utah, the Mormons. We know that Utah, that the intelligence agencies, we know they recruit from these Mormon groups for intelligence agencies. Why do I have this thing here? Plotting arrest. American Fork Police comments. American Fork Police has a YouTube channel or a Facebook page. We'll get into that a little bit later, but let me see. I have a bunch of stuff that I could share with you. Where is it? I'll get better at this, I promise, folks. Let's see. Plotting arrest. Where's all the stuff? Where are all the things? This really screws me up that you guys can't hear the audio.
2015 and started a YouTube channel called Reckless Ben. He posted a variety of content, including pranks, stunts, and low-quality investigations into matters.
But I know you guys can't hear that very well. I'll have to fix it for you. But I do have, let's see. Serious abuse of power. They used the lawfare against this Reckless Ben kid. Reckless Ben's only involvement in this case is that he is trying to do the right thing because he has a platform, and he is defending this elderly man and his son that were robbed by a corporation. One of the things that I wrote down in my notes is that these days, the police don't protect citizens; they protect corporations. I've said this before, where they quietly changed their little motto from public safety to police safety, and words matter, because when they did that, we became the enemy. When it became police safety or officer safety, we became the enemy. It's no longer about public safety or citizens. They are more than happy to trample your rights, which I'm sure we are well aware of in this community. But let me see. I'm so sorry about the audio issue, but I do have some good notes. They swatted him. They raided this kid and used force against him, accused him of stealing the Legos because he's brought up these lawsuits against Bricks and Minifigs. The whole reason I've gone down this rabbit hole with the Bricks and Minifigs things is because I immediately saw how tyrannical the police in American Fork are being. The CEO of Bricks and Minifigs blatantly lying, the franchisees blatantly lying, and using the local law enforcement, because a large percentage of the local law enforcement in American Fork Police Department are part of this Mormon community. So I kind of came to a impasse where I was like, okay, it could just be this, it's a local town. Reckless Ben is from California. It might just be an outsider thing. Or all of these people in this community are all Mormons. So it could just be a Mormon community thing. But when you know how much we know from what we've learned from Baron Coleman's investigation, Candace Owens' investigation, we know the jig is up in Utah. We know that they have no issue lying, making up narratives. They're trying to put a young kid to death and hold him solely responsible for the death of Charlie Kirk when it is quite visibly, with all the video footage from that day, it appears visibly obvious to me that it's a military operation during that assassination. I thought that that was fairly obvious, but that's why my screen right now, my background desktop, I did the Utah, and I don't know if you folks know this. When you see the American flag upside down, that means that we've been occupied, and we absolutely have been occupied. I'm here. That's the reason for my channel, because I don't care what happens to my channel online. I have a career. I have a life. This is, everybody who's afraid to say Mormon Mafia, which is a new term that I've learned. Everyone's afraid to talk about our greatest ally. I used my Facebook as like a testing sample of like 2,500 people of how people react to thumbnails and all of that. When I post anything that related to Israel and our voting being manipulated, and it doesn't matter if you vote for Democrat or Republican, you're voting for Israel. When I post stuff like that, it goes bonkers. It goes nearly viral. So people are feeling this sentiment. And as Americans, we shouldn't feel afraid to post something on Facebook that we're going to be retaliated against. They're passing laws in the United States that if you criticize our greatest ally, you're an anti-Semitic. Now, here's what you guys don't what most people might not have assumed when I posted the on Discord, who is Joey Meatball? Some people jumped out. You should hear this one. Who is Joey Meatball? I have an interesting background, and I have the ability to say a lot of things that a lot of people can't say. I don't make the rules, but I can get away with saying things that some of you folks can't say and that need to be said. And I think that that is why I could be perceived as a threat, because I'm not beholden to any groups. I don't have anyone trying to control, because everyone does. All of these people have handlers, especially these big channels. You can't tell me that they don't. They've tried to reach out. I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not getting into the Discord drama unless the chat, directs the conversation that way. But damn, I feel so disappointed about this audio thing. I have some awesome shit to share with you guys. I need to get my equipment situated and come correct with you guys, because I do appreciate you guys hanging out on, what is today, a Sunday? So we got Provo, Utah, back on the map with Reckless Ben. Go check out Nate the Lawyer. What was the name of that video that you guys can't hear the audio of because of my lack of... Yeah, man, this like, you guys might, this is a lot to teach yourself to be savvy at, all of these electronics and all this. Fortunately, I'm already electronically fluent. So, sugarcoat anything. Why I love you. No, I don't have a filter. I call it how I see it. Shit. I feel like I'm hearing feedback. I am apologetic about the technical difficulties, but I will correct it, and I will come back, like, double down with this stuff for you guys. So bear with me. I will get this stuff corrected, and I will share all these things with you. I'm trying to show you guys the video. Screen, camera one. Let's go to putting this back up. Why are we having these damn problems? All right. Oh, this is the one I wanted to put back up. So, Nate the Lawyer. This is part one. YouTuber exposes 200K Lego scam. Then police arrest and raid him. That I think is the best channel because this topic exploded. Everyone, it went super mega viral. Everyone's putting out videos about this. It is a lot to chase all of it down the rabbit hole. I think Nate, the lawyer, did an extremely good job of putting all of the information into a timeline for you to get. It's a 30-minute video, but there's a lot of information out there, and I think this is the most condensed video for you to get all of the information and get up to speed on everything that's gone on. You guys know when they aren't able to control a guy like this, they've locked the young kid up. They put him in jail, given him a criminal record, trying to protect these criminals. Who said that? Hey, Marky. Undebunked said that. Oh, Mark Herman. Hey, what up? Has joined the chat. But, shit, I lost my train of thought. But, yeah, they've locked this kid up defending a corporation who is stolen from a dying old man. And it's disgusting what is happening. I lost my train of thought. I do apologize for that. But let me get back to my notes. This is the best, I think, best video for you to get all of the information in one. Oh, this is what I was saying. You know how when this stuff usually goes down, if they can't shut down your channel, if they can't intimidate you into silence, they will shut off your form of income. They will come after your income. And Bricks and Minifigs was doing a pressure campaign to Patreon for them to shut down Reckless Ben, so that they arrested him for having a GoFundMe, all this tyrannical stuff. CEO of Patreon came out and told Bricks and Minifigs, let me quote exactly what he said, stuff it. I think he said shove it. Bam sucks. LUS. Hold on. So Patreon, quote, said shove it to Bricks and Minifigs. I have a video of the Patreon CEO telling them to shove it. That was epic. I wanted to go live on that. There's a YouTube channel called Loose, LUS. Asian fellow with a YouTube channel. He's a lawyer, and he started going in hard on the Mormon Mafia thing that I'd never heard before. I have clips of that to share with you. There's a YouTube channel called Bam Sucks. Bravo Alpha Mike Sucks. That channel was just born out of this saga. And that's where you can find the unredacted body cam footage and everything that's gone on in the Bricks and Minifigs saga. BAM is Bricks and Minifigs, Josh Johnson. So American Fork Police had redacted the body cam footage to protect the cops who were conspiring against Reckless Ben and his camera crew and the process server. All these kids got arrested. They all got arrested protecting this corporation who stole from a dying old man. So it gets insane. I have links for Nate the lawyer, the Bam Sucks on YouTube, Lose the lawyer who got into the Mormon Mafia topic. He said it, not me. Patreon, the civil rights lawyer, Reckless Ben, has lawyered up. The civil rights lawyer on YouTube. Let me change screens here. No, this is the right screen. So, oh no. The civil rights lawyer on YouTube, I'm sure some of you guys are familiar. He has done an interview with Reckless Ben and is taking the case because they have violated Reckless Ben's First Amendment for arresting him for having a GoFundMe. His Fourth Amendment, they pulled him over searching for heroin and did a 3-hour search on the kid's car. That's an insane video that I have for you guys. They have trampled this young kid, all of these young kids' rights, in an effort to defend and protect the Mormon Mafia and Bricks and Minifigs. On the unredacted body cam footage, you can hear the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs telling the police that they cannot let this kid leave without an arrest. That it's not. What was the quote? That letting them go is not an option. And the cops took these orders from the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs and they tried to redact it. But like a bunch of dumbasses, I mean, you can't make this shit up. American Pork Police, they release the unredacted footage on their own network. That's how I don't. I'm trying not to be too critical of them because I'm over here making my own technical difficulties. Let's give a little love to the chat. Is Ben crazy like a fox? He is. I think Ben stepped in shit going up against local government, not knowing about what's going on in Utah and not knowing about all of the intelligence agencies and that they'll shoot you in the face on live TV if they don't like what you're saying or what you're doing. I have no reason to ever visit Utah. I would never step foot. I would never take a flight that has a layover in Utah. You will never see me in the state of Utah with what's going on over there, what I know to be a fact that is going on over there in Utah. Let me just get on the record. I would never hurt myself. I would never. I'm not a violent person. I don't hurt other people. I try not to say things that even offend other people. I am a kind, loving, gentle giant. I would never hurt anyone. But I would also never step foot in the state of Utah because over there in Utah, your rights don't matter. They, quote, do things differently around here. So show the American Pork Police some love if you want to find their YouTube, if you want to find their, I think they turn comments off on their Facebook, but clearly established lawyer is another video that I came across. The name of his channel is the name of his channel is Clearly Established. I like these channels that get right to the point, kind of like the opposite of what I'm doing here. They just give you the information so that you can get on your way with your day. One of those channels is, the name of it is Clearly Established. I was able to breeze through that video, grab some timestamps, that they searched Reckless Ben's Airbnb. They had a search warrant to search his Airbnb, but then they arrested all 5 of the kids in there. They didn't have an arrest warrant. It was several hours later after an interrogation, after they forcefully abducted these kids from their Airbnb, they got them to talk about, and mind you folks, never talk to the police. I don't know how many times, I know he's doing this for his channel and everything, but when you're being brought in against your will and you're sitting in an interrogation room and you can't help yourself but to want to tell the story from start to finish, just shut up. Don't talk to police. The only thing you say to them is, I want an attorney. And the conversation ends there. It can never, ever help you to talk to police. You're not going to talk your way out of it. They already abducted you from your home unlawfully, and they're detaining you unlawfully so that they can get trumped up charges on you. So talking to them is not going to help your case. They were holding you against your will without probable cause until you gave them what they perceived to be probable cause and charged him for making a GoFundMe, which is the First Amendment. You know, he's like, oh, this might get into, never mind. I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole. But it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting what's going on. Exluminate in the chat. It's typically because you're sending 2 feeds at once with the same mic, It's usually an easy fix. Possibly your Windows capture audio is coming from your mic. Yeah, the issue that I'm having, I don't know what I did in my settings. I started getting an echo in my headset, and I don't have audio for the video that I'm trying to play. But I am going to try. I thought I had everything situated. I do appreciate you being here. Shout out to Lance. I told you that's a good dude. He'll come through. Um, so thank you for being here. But clearly, if clearly established is the name of the YouTube, he is also a lawyer. So I try to go to the source of people who have these backgrounds in law and everything. All of these people are going to tell you what the American Pork Police or American Fork Police is doing is absolutely unlawful. It is absolutely unconstitutional, and Reckless Ben is running into trouble, even filing lawsuits to protect himself against this absolutely tyrannical behavior. So I think that should alarm everyone, even, not just the Charlie Kirk community or just the Lego community or just the red side or just the blue side. That's nonsense. What a defense, or what's that saying? When they break someone else's, or when they violate someone else's rights, they violate all of our rights. If you don't defend someone else whose rights are being violated, there's going to be nobody there to defend you when your rights are being violated. So this left right paradigm has to be over. This fighting with your neighbor because of who they voted for. These elite people are being tyrannical. They're what's the word that I'm looking for? Anyway, but it has to be us versus the elite. They've tricked people into fighting with their neighbor, left, right, all that nonsense. Again, I'll say you have more in common with your neighbor that's a Democrat than you do with these pedophilic, satanic, child eating, devil worshiping, these lunatics who are only on this planet together to get money and at your expense and all of that. But there are some people out here doing some good things. I would like to say I want to contribute positively to my community, share information with people, and build a community. I did a video about the data centers, about how we are being digitally enslaved, how, for me making a video like this, and let's say the American Pork Police hits up Palantir and says, hey, this guy over here is talking bad about me, talking bad about us, and they can shut off my debit card or make my life more difficult. That's what's coming. That it's already happening on a scale that's not as noticeable. I'm not clear on the connection other than the company being based in Utah, Anamosi. So far the only connections that I have uncovered is it's the same judge. Judge Tony Graff is presiding over the Reckless Ben situation, and also the Charlie Kirk situation. I've uncovered an additional the Mormon Mafia, new entity that I wasn't familiar with over there in Utah. But my point being, something definitely stinks in Utah, where we're seeing these elected officials, branches of government, assassinations, like all this outrageous corruption. It's not just like they pulled him over unlawfully. They said he didn't stop at the stop sign. No, this goes so much deeper than that, because this corporation and then franchisee Bricks and Minifigs slash Mormon Mafia, if they can call the police because they're part of this special interest group, and turn the force of the United States government against you from getting justice, that's a huge problem. It's not a little problem. It's a big problem. And I think that it is a indicator, a symptom of what's really going on. And just on for scale, I think what it's showing up in Utah because of all the intelligence agencies and all that nonsense, but I think that it is a national issue that needs to be addressed, that our government is completely tyrannical. I used to think that the government was organized and oppressing us and all this. I think that there's just nobody at the wheel. I think it's a free for all. I think that they've abandoned their posts, and whatever large special interest group, whoever's got the most money, is throwing their weight around and at our expense because everybody's doom scrolling on TikTok. There was more of an outrage over TikTok being shut down for 6 hours than there was over Charlie Kirk getting shot in the face. That's nuts. That's crazy. Did you guys see how people went into absolute insanity when TikTok was shut down for, what was it, 6 or 12 hours? It wasn't even a full day, was it? That was fucking nuts. Sorry, I try not to be too profane, but it comes out. I'm not a bullshitter. I don't have a filter. I will not be controlled. You know what I mean? And that is why I have like YouTube and other bullshit, you know what I mean? Because I'm not part of a group. I don't carry anybody's water with a narrative or whatever. I call it how I see it. And that's a threat. That's dangerous. They don't want that. And the point of my channel is to show the everyday guy that you can set up a microphone and a camera and express your voice, and you shouldn't be retaliated against, but it is going to happen inevitably, and I'm just going to document it and share it with people that this is the world that we live in right now. This is, when I hear people talk about, this is a free country. Bullshit. Since when? Free for who? Who is this a free country for? I can't go out in my backyard and take a piss in freedom without somebody, get put on a freaking registered sex offender list. You know what I mean? That's a poor example, but I don't know. I don't know about the this is a free country thing. All right, so there's another channel. Let me get back on track. ACOB, ACOB, Alpha Charlie. What's O again? Anyway, O Bravo. I should know that one. October. What's O? Oscar. Alpha Charlie Oscar Bravo. This says Bricks and Minifigs Co. speaks on Lego controversy. Oh, so Jake or Logan Paul, I can't tell those two apart. They interviewed this guy on this channel, ACOB, and I think it's fair to let them have a rebuttal or speak up for themselves, defend themselves. I didn't think it was very good, but I was going to share it. I have MGS Briggs, another Bricks and Minifigs. Oh, there's a adjacent story going on, a much younger kid. So we have them taking advantage. We have Bricks and Minifigs stealing from an elderly man that's dying, his life savings, $200,000 worth of Legos. Adjacent, this is a little bit of an older story, channeled called MGS Brick, where there's another kid that has it on camera going into Bricks and Minifigs, and they're taking advantage of young kids. They set them up to show, they put these real expensive Legos into this bin to see if they would be honest and pay these people out appropriately. And they're acting more as like a pawn shop, like a seedy pawn shop, rather than the what's the word that I'm looking for? Reputable location, reputable, honest location for people to buy, trade, and sell. Of course, any marketing agency or branding company is going to want, oh yeah, we're the most reputable for all of your hobby trade. Bullshit. They have a history of this systematic, allegedly have a history of this systematic taking advantage of people, which is neither here nor there. But when the CEO comes out and is trying to say, we're trying to do the right thing, but then you can just pull up video after video of them taking advantage of people. It's much more difficult to take their word for it when you have the viral sensation. They're like, oh, he's just doing it for clicks, he's just doing it for YouTube views. But then you have other people with other sagas going on with the same corporation. It tends to water down that, oh, they're just doing it for clicks and views. Thank you guys in the chat. I don't know how long I've been stammering on over here, but I do apologize for the audio issues. I thought I had it all situated. I got the mic fixed. I got everything situated, but now the daggum videos don't have audio. But I had to get this information out to you guys. I just had so much notes and everything saved up. I wanted to let all the information come out and not chase this and constantly make videos, because that's not the point of why I do this. I want to bring the information to you guys so that you're informed of what's going on. And my whole point was to stick a pin in it. I know Animosi was saying, oh, I don't know how this connects to the Charlie Kirk situation. And I'm not saying that it connects directly, but I'm saying that it does have the hallmarks of the corruption and the special interest group, and that there is something greater going on in Utah. I mean, you have this viral issue going on where the police and government are all on footage just being tyrannical and violating people's rights. And then you have, not even a year ago, potentially a presidential elect in the future getting shot in the face on live TV. So anyways, there's something. You can't say that there's not something going on in Utah. Let's just put it that way. But Judge Tony Graff, when I hear Provo, Utah going on with a viral situation, and then I look into it and it's the same judge who wrote a temporary restraining order against a kid who's trying to give service for a lawsuit. Like, the cops knew that he's just trying to serve the guy papers for a lawsuit. And they're on camera going out of their way saying that we'll figure out something to charge him with. We have to put charges on this kid so that we can get rid of this lawsuit, so that we don't have to pay this back. And then the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs defending these behaviors. The only one from any corporation that I have seen come out and do the right thing is the CEO of Patreon, who refused to shut down, by demand, shut down service to Reckless Ben. But I know that Patreon has not always been on the right side of these stories. So I'm not going to anoint the CEO of Patreon. I will give him credit where credit's due, that he did the right thing on this one. And if you show moving forward that you're on the right side of history, I give you the benefit of the doubt. But I can't recall specifically, but I know Patreon has not been on the side of freedom of speech in America on other viral incidents. So, I did want to get in the chat, spend time with you guys today, get some feedback, answer your questions. Good to see you, Mark Herman. Yeah, dadgum, extreme language warning. Dadgummit. I do try to bite. I try not to be flagrant, but sometimes the F-bomb is going to come out when you feel passionate about certain things. But I wanted to get this on the radar of the people in my community, just to keep an eye on it. Not saying that, the Bricks and Minifigs saga, they're involved in the assassination of Charlie Kirk. No, I'm saying that this might be a backdoor that was left open, whereas it's not being as tightly guarded as the assassination is, where they're buttoning up loose ends. This might be a gate in the yard that was left open that I can walk through and go and see what's going on in the backyard. They don't have their guard up like they do for the Charlie Kirk situation, but I get to see into the main frame and see who these actors are behind the scenes, who the judge and all of the administrators who've allowed this level of corruption to go on in their state and in their county. When I start hearing Provo, Utah, when I start hearing the names of these similar people going on in a viral situation, my antennas go up. And if my antennas go up, I don't want to be the only retard out there who's taking in this information. I want other people. But like I said earlier, this is not a Blake Bednar's situation. I'm not trying to get Candace to play this on her show. She has to cover it. No, I'll cover it. I'll take the fall. If it turns out to be bullshit and everybody wants to point at Joey Meatball and be like, this guy is a conspiracy theorist, I don't care. I don't have that fear. It's just a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. But let's say I keep pulling on this thread and it does lead to something and I get to go, I told you so. I fucking told you. I'm waiting for that victory dance. I fucking told you. I told you these cocksuckers over here in Utah, these corrupt officials. But anyways, that was a little much. That was a little much. I will, I'll go back after I post or end the stream. I will absolutely go back and put the links to these videos that I wanted to watch with you guys. I'll put it in the description so you don't have to go chasing around for the stuff. I don't have any way to tell how long I've been streaming. It doesn't really matter because I do appreciate you guys joining me and hanging out. I appreciate the familiar faces. Big shout out to Undebunked. Big shout out to Fleet. Big shout out to Lance, Ex-Luminant. Big shout out to Mark Herman. The people, the folks in this community who I grew very fond of before the whole drama fucking kicked off. I don't do drama. You know what I mean? Keep me out of the drama, but don't drag me into it and then expect me to shut up. Could have just passed me by. I would have left it alone. But not to bring up old shit. I love you guys. I appreciate the creators in this space. I advocate for smaller creators sticking together, becoming a group, a team, and making some noise. Like I said, I try to stay away from being a part of any organization because then you gotta toe the company line, and I want to be able to be like, no, that's fucking bullshit, without the group that I'm associated with being like, hey, you can't say that bullshit. I say whatever the fuck I want. But that's really all I have for you guys today. I wanted to chill with you folks. I'm trying to find a time slot. You gotta support, Mark. I support Mark Herman's channel. You gotta support small creators and those who support them, no matter what BS people try to dredge up to separate us. Exactly the way I feel. Bad Boy Fleet, Mormon Mafia. I was not aware of this organization, but I tell you, after watching the Reckless Ben saga, you will be very familiar and acquainted with the Mormon Mafia. That is without a doubt. Like I said, Nate, the lawyer, this video that I have pulled up, I think is the most condensed timeline for you to get caught up, because when I did my first live, I didn't realize how big this was going to blow up. This went mega viral. All the lawyer channels are talking about it. All the nerds are out here raving about it. I admit I'm a dork. I was a jock, but I was secretly a dork. Thank you, Mark. Love y'all too. I thought it was just my link that wasn't working for coffee. I thought it was just my link that wasn't working for coffee. Why is my link not working? Did they kick me out? Far more important things going on in the world. That's right, Lance. Thank you, man. I haven't heard. I'm happy to hear from you, bro. I'm happy that you joined me. I'm trying to change my sleep schedule so I can be up all hours of the night, join the late night lives. I want to get. I thought like I did pretty well today, but I was like, man, if I had somebody on Zoom, another person on the screen to interact with and commentate with, I think that that would go a long way. Haven't gotten that far. Obviously, I'm having these technical difficulties, but that is something that I do want to do in the future to plan something. Like to get some of y'all on the show or get on the show with you, get on camera, have a conversation about, you know, whatever the topic of the day is. So that is something that I do want to work towards. Maybe, I don't know if Sunday is a good day, but I don't know. I also don't know where's the best spot to get up with you guys on Discord. Like I said, I try to stay away from the drama, but it doesn't always work out. But that's not what I'm here for. I do look forward to seeing you guys in the chat, in the Discord, anywhere we rendezvous, coming together as a bunch of. I'm the smallest creator. Everybody's channel is doing really well. I'm super proud of you guys. Super happy for you guys. Ah, shit! I can't get audio. I would have played. I would have played one of your guys' video. I haven't played Hoodwinked in a while. I still rep that shit to the death of it. That is like, that's the vibe that got me involved. So you're inspiring people, and I love that. I love that. No drama on my server. Hey, send me a link, man. I don't know where. I don't know. I'm still figuring out the Discord thing. I don't know. I'm just over there pissing people off. Anna, we gotta stick together. Yeah, it's not clickable. My link's not clickable. Shit, I haven't been spending any time with this. You just gotta copy and paste if you wanna donate. Yeah, I appreciate all that. I haven't, like I was saying, I haven't spent a whole bunch of time because you know this time of year, yard work, and I got a fucking transmission job in my garage, and you know, trying to chase down these stories. Like, I'm not going to chase the news cycle. I just don't have time for it. I want to be thorough. I want to be accurate. I'm not going to just put out bullshit. But I can't chase the news cycle. This shit just exploded. I couldn't keep up with it. I couldn't keep up with it if I wanted to. But I do need to sit down and give some attention to why the audio, what settings I messed with, or what the fuck. They're saying the buy me a coffee isn't working. No, fuck that. No drama. My server. No drama. My server. That's what's up. Yo, he said Mark's server is mid. Hey, I love all you guys. You have no idea how grateful and appreciative I am that you guys are here. Peace treaty for the greater good. Absolutely, I'm on board with that. I got no problem with anybody. I didn't want any problem with anybody. I'm just defending myself. That's what you've seen. We can't copy and paste on our phones, I don't think. Oh, yeah, I've been getting fucked with by YouTube. I was able to do links, and they sent me some BS. Where was it? Like, once all that stuff kicked off, fucking YouTube started messing with my channel, and the most recent one that I got was like something about you can no longer do links or something. I was like, whatever. Here, let me put it on the screen. We'll look at it together. I'm like, whatever. This is the third time that I'm getting throttled or whatever is going on by YouTube. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me switch. Boom. How do I do this? Hi, Joey. To keep our community safe, we limit some of our more powerful features to channels who have built and maintained a positive channel history or have provided verification. As of now, your channel doesn't have sufficient channel history. it has lost access to advanced features. This may have happened because your channel did not follow our community guidelines. How this impacts your channel. What fucking community guidelines? But anyway, that's the BS I'm dealing with. That's got me messing with settings over here and all this nonsense. But we'll get through it. It's not a huge ordeal. When I'm too busy, I'm like, whatever, next. Let me make my next. Yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm cool over there, undebunked in the chat. No worries, but it's just I haven't given it as much attention as I should be, but I will get it all caught up the next time. Next time I go live, everything should be fucking ready to rock and roll. It will you if you see me go live, you know it's something new that's hot that I want to bring to your attention. I'm not chasing the news cycle. If we have a slow news week, we can jump in, hang out in the chat. Just making sure you know who beefing these. You never know who beefing these days. Yeah, I feel you. It's called We Do a Little Trolling. Fuck yeah, I'm around for it. No worries. Not a problem at all, man. I don't have thin skin. I'm not that sensitive. I wanted to play a game of is there Jack in this Coke or not today, but I never got around to it. Um, Spoiler alert, there's Jack in it. But I don't want to keep you guys. I don't have a bunch to share with you with this audio bullshit, but I will point you in the right direction. Keep an eye, just in your periphery, keep an eye on the Bricks and Minifigs and Reckless Ben because they are using lawfare against these young kids. And if we don't defend it, nobody's going to defend it when it's us. So just by checking out Reckless Ben's YouTube channel, like, subscribe, there's a ton of people covering the story, but I go to the lawyer channels for the insight. I will post those channel links in my description once the live posts. And don't read that on air, please. Mark Herman, don't read what? Oh, my bad. Oh, was that a? I think he just made a reference to Adam Colbert. Oh, he just made a fucking Gary reference. Is that a Gary reference? Ah, that's hilarious if it is. That is hilarious. Don't read that on air, please. Shit. Sounds about right. And that's awesome. Yeah, man, this turned out well. I definitely appreciate you guys being in the chat. I definitely wanted to have conversation with the chat because in my past one, like I get on here, I'm nerved up. I want to bring the information to you, and I don't, I haven't slowed down and chilled to like enjoy hanging out and shit and vibe with people. I think he was doing the reference to Gary. That was one of my favorite parts, dude. I was super disappointed. I was heavily involved in coach's chat, like multiple hours a day. I was putting like 5 hours a day into this community, and it was one of the best or the most fun that I had was when Coach would bring up Gary and I would be in the chat just throttling that dude, and that was one of the best times that I have. Are we in time out now? Are we in time out now? Oh no, who's in time out? You Oh yeah, you need a timeout. No man, Gary's so dumb. Gary, I almost was like, let me go over to Gary's channel and troll him and whatever and get into it. But I was like, nah, that's not really what I'm here for. But I was super tempted. But thank you guys, man. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, everyone, for stopping in and hanging out and it's been a good time. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Make sure you hit the like button for me, man. I appreciate all you folks. I'm going to get my shit together over here with the audio. That's super disappointing to me. It was going to be a rock and roll good time. If you don't hear from me during the week, I should have something put together for you for next Sunday. We'll touch base in the Discord and see if there's a better time for everyone to link up. I thought Sunday was good because there's not bigger shows going on, and people are just winding down at the mid to late Sunday. Oh, as Coach would say, you have about 5 minutes left of your weekend, so glad that I could spend the last 5 minutes of your weekend with you. I'll stop dragging this out. Thank you, little sis, for hanging out in the chat. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Oh, shit, I'm not on camera this whole time. Shit, guys, I got to get my shit together. I got to get my shit together on my end, and I will. What is this, number 3 or number 4 live? But it beats editing videos, man. That shit would take me like 24 hours to edit a 11-minute video. That's insane. That's insane. I do enjoy it still. It's just very time consuming, but I'll stop dragging it out. Thank you guys for joining me. This was the most fun that I've had on a live yet. I hope that it definitely continues to be fun. Like I said, I'll fix the technical difficulties, and I will come correct next time, ready to drop some information on you folks. So thank you again. Thank you, sis. Thank you from everybody in the community, and I'll catch you on the next one.